What's up, guys? Toomble. Um, Running the new Dark and Darker. So we start off with stealth, double jump, rupture, and hide. There's a couple games in, so I had some loot already. Started off moving on with a rapier with +1 action speed. I don't decide to move anything around. Usually I move around my stuff, so I just use like one weapon and then keep the torch in the other hand. Buy some pots for good luck, because why not? And usually in the lobby I try to just goof around and talk, but nobody was really talking in the game, so I decided not to either. Look around, see around who's playing what, how many people are in the game, all that stuff. So yeah. So spawn in, try and just decide to look around, get my bearings, and I see those pots. I decide, nah, maybe not. Go this way and just find the skeleton. Decide to just obliterate it, because why not? Do a couple good hits on. After that, find some pretty good shoes with +2 weapon damage, so that was pretty cool. Pick up a couple arrows because I didn't know that you needed them, and it was figured, like, if I find a hand crossbow. I didn't know it needed bolts at the time, though. Ignore the fact that I missed this pot twice, because I'm just bad at the game. And I missed that one, too. And after this, I decided, why not go... I thought I heard something over there, but I decided why not go over to the parkour room. I think it's a great room, because it's got a bunch of good loot in it, got weapon drops, some pots. It's always funny to meet the other people. Not to mention these, the bats and the winged demons. You get some pretty nice stuff off of them. I found a ring of power once off of them in the last playtest. And I really hate these bats because they have too much health in my opinion. So as I'm fighting these off, I just noticed in the corner of my screen this fighter just phasing through the wall. And then he phases through it again. And I didn't know you could come through the little hitbox like that, so that was pretty weird. I hear the goblin footsteps and decide to just follow him, that way he can maybe team up with me, I don't know. And I thought I lost him right here, but then I find him in the corner. He decides to go in, I turn on my rupture. Goblin tracks him now, and then I just close the door. He fights off the goblin for a moment, and didn't feel great about what I was doing, so I was trying to be waiting for him to get some damage in. After that, I decided to start engaging in the fight and show off my schmoves. I miss a couple of my hits, because I'm still new with the rapier, but he landed some pretty good hits on me, so I decided to back up. That double jump is so useful at times, so after a while I decided to use my throwing knives and just throw them. And I miss every shot. Try to get a good flick in right there. And I drink my pots because I'm pretty decently far. And he lags out for a second and then just gets one-tapped. So I don't know what he was pushing for. But not that much loot, and I don't know why I didn't pick up this bandage. I saw it, I even hovered over it. I just decided not to for no reason. So after that, I decided jump down, maybe go over to the weapon drop, and I see this fighter over here. I turn off the thing and decide to just like mess around with my pots. I drink one health and then this invis, and I was like, maybe I can move around with it because I didn't know that you can't with the stealth. But I turn on my rupture and just try and play it safe with this guy. I told him we can be friends. My mic wasn't recording at the time, and he tells me you can never trust a rogue, but it didn't come out that clear, so I had to re-listen to it like a couple times. I probably could have won that fight in all honesty, but I decided not to. And I go up here to check to see if he left anything, and sure enough, he didn't, so that was kind of a dumb decision on my part. I didn't know there were spikes down there, so I kind of just get really hurt. Find the corpse, and get a leather cap out of it. It's not that bad. So anything beats the default items that you kind of start with. So, and I know in library you can climb up the ladders and stuff, but on the goblin caves, on that one, it wasn't letting me do it that well. So that was kind of annoying. And I decided to run around, just kill these, so I'm going to fast forward on this part, where I keep on getting them into spike traps, because I just wanted to play it safe, with my health being at the moment. So I loot them up, find some Chris daggers, and this nice short sword. And I like the short swords a lot, but I don't tend to use them that often. And after a bit, I'll start to hear, or I start to hear, like, people walking around and all this stuff. So anyway, I'll fast forward through this part, that way I can get it over with. Because all I'm doing is just healing. So after healing up fully, I decide to move over and get closer into the zone. And open the door, just walk through. And then out of nowhere, I just get poked with a wall. I didn't know there were spikes right there. I see all these dead bodies, so I figure that somebody's nearby. And go figure, this bard just comes up and starts playing a tune. I guess he just wanted to heal up or something. He phases through the door, and I don't know how he did it. Past the door is just 3 barrels, and I got over them with double jump, which makes me wonder how the hell he got through. So, end up back in the parkour room. I thought he fell down, but it turned out to just be a goblin, so I look around for a minute. I don't see him anywhere. I come through the door that's open, so. And then I hear him again after a minute, but I was like, okay, gotta fight off these guys or something. Yeah, and then he comes out of nowhere over there. I fight off this little beetle. I hate these beetles, they're super strong for no reason. But I let him get the door open while I just fight off these things, because I figure momentary team up might do good. See him going down into the goblin, or the cave troll, with 1 tap health. So I don't know what he was doing, and then as I'm looting him, I hear something behind me, and I thought it was a skeleton, but then this fighter just jump scares me. So I decided to double jump and just get away from that, and the skeleton mage was still on my ass, so I go invisible right here, because I thought he was still following me, but it turns out he was just fighting the skeleton mage. So after hearing that he was fighting the skeleton mage, I decided to heal up again, get up to my full health. Nothing really happens here, so I'm going to fast forward again. Then as I'm healing up about halfway, out of nowhere, a portal just spawns in for me. So I decided, you know what, it's worth it. We can just open that real quick. And I see light change right over there, and I couldn't tell whether or not it was that fighter or if there was another person left, because I didn't fully know how many people were left in the game. Turns out it was just him. So I decided to maybe go for a pot and see a lighting change over there again. I'm like, okay, we'll just go through. And I decided to spectate him, and he was right about to get into the same room that I was in, so I could have gone bad. Looking at his health now, I probably could have won that fight and just looted him up too. Honestly, this might have been the fighter from earlier, the one that said don't trust a rogue. So decided to spectate him. Maybe there's a portal left. I want to see him maybe get out or what he's gonna do. So turns out he goes down, just looks around, I guess. Didn't really look at his inventory or anything. I wasn't that interested in what he had. besides he didn't kill off the mage, which confused me, so I don't know what he was fighting, or what took him so long, so, because he had all that health he could have gotten. And he gets poked by the spike again for the second time, and then comes back up, looking at the skeleton, and dies from the spike, yet again. So, after that, I had to decide to go into my stash, and I move all the valuable stuff that I got, the stiletto dagger and the swords. I don't know really what to keep or what to get rid of, so I kind of just get rid of all the stuff that's like worth selling, i.e. stuff that I can't use. But sometimes I'll give other things to my friends that join. But I go into the collector, sell off a couple things, and I accidentally click stash on my pot, or not the pot, the crystal ball thing. And I didn't realize you couldn't sell the arrows, which really annoyed me, because I feel like you should be able to sell those if you're able to buy them. So, just selling those, I make a solid like 19 gold. Not that much, but it's still worth it in the game. It's not the best money, but for starting up in this new playtest, it's not bad. Plus with these new weapons and the bonus perks of those shoes, kind of works well. So, that was it. See you next game.